over with. We are back with another episode of Unwanted Opinion. This time is no Terrence, it's just me and Tad. We're going to start with the game, the controversial game, if you ask me, that just ended.
You think it was controversial?
I'm for to tell you.
Okay.
Chiefs beat the Bills at home 32 to 29. Um,
In a
let's just
good
get
game.
right into it,
Great
bro.
game.
Great game, but there was a couple plays in this game that went the Chiefs' way that was utterly ridiculous, if you ask me. And
Start. I want to know where the controversy comes in at.
okay, I like Mahomes. I'm a big Mahomes guy. A lot of people always tell me that the refs skew the games toward them, and
They do.
I don't be trying to hear that though.
Oh no, I'm one of those people that'll say they do, but I didn't see much of that tonight, so I'm waiting to hear
And
what you
then I
got.
watched the game. Like I
Mhm.
really watched every single snap of that game. Let's start. Number one, third quarter, I think Patrick Mahomes under pressure lobs it up to Xavier Worthy. The ball is tie for the ball. Both people are fighting for it, and it completely hits the ground. And they call that a catch tag. Let's start there. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, no, that's the one. Okay, now I give you that one. Now if we're gonna
Ted,
say that there was a
what?
controversial play. Now we'll say that, but again, we talked about this the other day. I said it on the show the other day that I told you the rest was going to do this for the Chiefs. I told you that they've done this all the time. I told you Pat is one of the best but luckiest people in the world, and they
You did
baby
say
him,
that.
and you gotta beat him. So again, I mean, in the rule book, I think if it's a tie, the catch goes to the receiver.
For
So
sure.
I believe that's where they tried to stick with this. Whether or not they say that, they'll go back later and say after watching the play, they'll say the rest blew the call, but that's the only one. So I'll give you that. But we knew there
The
was
only
gonna be
one?
that one. That's the only one that I truly saw that I'm like,
Okay.
okay,
Okay.
that's that bullshit. Now you come on, where's your other one?
Um,
Or others?
fourth and one. Did
The
did,
Josh
did
Allen
Josh
stop?
Allen not get that first down?
He didn't get that first down. He didn't. And again, same
Ted,
thing. I
come
speak this shit into
on.
existence. I told you that the other day when you were talking about the greatness of Chris Jones. I said we always see that where we see that third down play where it's like, oh shit, they go get it. They're so close. And then on fourth down, that defense always makes a great stop. And that's what it was about tonight, okay? It was about stops.
It
It
was
was
about
about what
stops.
it was about what team made the stop, and that was probably the biggest one. They made the stop. Patrick, they go right down the field after that. Patrick runs it in for the touchdown. They take the lead, but I mean, Josh Allen them still come right back and hit, right back and
Yep.
hit. It just came right back. That's all it was. It came down to who made the stop. They made one that was not a controversial stop.
That was a
That man
controversial
stopped.
stop.
He was like the ball was right here,
And
and
where
he
was the
was
ball?
falling sideways. He wasn't
But
falling forward. He was
yes,
falling to the side.
right.
They showed the line. They show him, Chris Jones, him and Chris Jones' helmet is lined
No,
perfectly,
Ted.
and his ball is in the right hand.
Ted,
That was a good
no.
call. That was a
No, it
good
was
call.
not. And you know it. And you
No,
know
I
it.
do know that was one
Ted,
you
no,
ride
it
with.
was not.
That is one you ride with.
Ted, the replay, Ted, the official was ahead of the first down, signaling first down.
One of them
Then they
was
showed a
the
replay.
other was
The
behind
other
him.
one was back. They showed a replay, and it's clear as day he's on the first down. He's literally on it.
He may have rolled to the first down, but he didn't make it
No,
there.
Ted, he made
He
it.
didn't make it.
Ted, he made it. You know he made it. You laughing. He made
Oh,
it. And then they stand the call stands. Are you joking?
it stays, man. It's gonna stay. And again, we talked about this. I'm gonna say they only had the one. If you want to throw that one in there, we'll take that one too. But
Yeah.
I said it. I told you. I admitted it when you brought it up earlier. I'm one of those ones. The ref favor the Chiefs, but at the same time, they're the Kings right now, man. And you have to beat them. So if we're sitting here talking about those two little plays in a 3-point loss, then that's what it is. That's what it is. You didn't do enough to knock the Kings off the
Oh,
hill.
they did enough.
Where
Tad,
they
come
going
on,
home tonight?
Tad.
They going
Tad.
home tonight, so they couldn't have done
Tad.
enough. At the end of the
Tad.
day, they didn't do enough. Both
Tad.
teams went down the field, scored at will. The defense
Yeah.
that made the stop, whether it was controversial or not. They made the stop. They weren't able to do enough at the end to secure the game. I mean, then
Tad.
if you want to talk about heartbreaking, let's talk about my man just dropping the pass right there that
Oh
could have been
my
for the
God.
first down.
I'm
That's
glad you brought it
heartbreaking.
up. That's
All I
heartbreaking.
saw
Tad
was all
Prescott.
I saw was said dropping the one against the Niners. I
That's
was
what.
like,
Yep.
oh my
Yep. It looked exactly deja vu, yo. Dak Prescott on his back foot,
god,
right to
shit.
Cedric Wilson. He tries to adjust it, drops it. It was the same thing. Tad, let's talk about it. All right, look.
Yeah,
They call the most exotic blitz I seen the whole game.
3 men in his face
Spagnola,
immediately.
Spagnola.
Yeah,
That's it. That's the name.
Spags. hmm
Spagnola.
First time he sent the corner all night too.
Oh my goodness, was that perfect?
Perfect.
But it
All three
doesn't
men in his
matter
face.
because it's Josh Allen and he is Superman. So although that blitz was amazing and it was every bit of amazing, like Josh Allen usually does, he extends the play. He throws it off his back foot because he had no other option. He had to, and he put it on the money. And Kincaid didn't catch the ball.
To the young man too. He's young too.
I
So
know.
that one's hurting him. And then
He's
if you
gonna
look
be
when they
kicking
showed the
himself.
replay, he was open. He was so open. I mean,
What a throw.
from the time they blitzed, like if Josh, I mean, again, it's a game of inches because if he could have just seen him just that much sooner, he may have scored because there was
Mm-hmm.
nobody behind him. Like I said, so yeah, that's a hurtful game. But I wanted the Bills to win for a second there, for a while there. I thought, wow, they're gonna do it because as we talked about how Lamar may not have been Lamar in his playoff game. We saw both Josh and we saw both Josh and Pat tonight in their playoff games. And like I said, especially after he hit
Oh,
Max
okay, yeah.
Hollins on that dart, when he hit
Oh
Max Hollins
my
on that dart,
gosh. Which one? It was two of them.
yeah, the touch for the
The
touchdown.
touchdown.
Yes, I was like, okay, and then they got James Cook rolling again, like I told you they would,
Yep.
because you apparently know this Kansas City front line. No, I told you they're gonna run this ball. Got going, got that hill, got him going. I really thought they was gonna pull it off, and at the end, like I said, I was up there cheering for him. I'm up there yelling like, "Come on, Josh! Come on, Josh!" But yeah, man, they didn't do enough. That's what it
Tad,
boils
how
down
can
to.
you say they didn't do enough,
Because they
Tad?
lost.
And I can tell
Because
you
they
why.
lost.
I can tell you why I say that. Tad, it wasn't a pick, but it was
I
an
didn't say he.
incomplete
I didn't
pass.
say he. I didn't say Josh didn't do enough. I'm putting this on the 22. I said
And
they
then,
didn't do enough.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That was
they
that was
didn't.
on defense. That pass or whatever was on defense, and then he got the first down. They're supposed to still be on the field.
No,
I guess
they're
we
not.
can agree to disagree on that one.
We're gonna have to.
We're gonna have to.
Because
We're gonna
they're
have
headed
to,
home.
bro.
They're
They're
headed
at
home to
home.
Buffalo. No, they're headed home to Buffalo. They
Okay.
got to take that flight home. You know, it's gonna be quiet. It's gonna be one of them suck ass flights back to the house.
Listen, so let's just break it down real quick. The Buffalo Bills, they go 13-4. They let's just talk about the outlook of their season real quick. So, correct me if I'm wrong. They lost to the Chiefs last year, or they lost
I
to the
believe
Ravens
so.
last year.
Ravens last year, but they've only beaten the Chiefs, I believe, once.
Yeah.
Since that one time that he beat them, that's the first and last time they've actually
Yep.
beaten the Chiefs.
Okay. So, with that being said, they lose to the Ravens. I stand corrected. They lose to the Ravens, and you get rid of Stephon Diggs for a little majority of the season. You have receiver by committee. You
Mhm.
get rid of Micah Hyde. You get rid of Trey White. You get rid of Jordan Poyer. And if you ask me, did I think they would be in the AFC Championship? No. Based off of what they did, who they lost and who they gained. But if it was anybody who could do it, it was to be Josh Allen. If there's anybody who can lose an abundance of talent on their roster and still make up for it, it's that nigga. It's him. But he like you said, he played a great game. You're not blaming him. You're talking about the
No,
whole 22.
and I'm not
You
blaming
feel me?
any of them. Like I
Yeah.
said, I'm not blaming any of them. Y'all played a great game.
Great
Y'all put
game.
up 29 points in an AFC Championship
Yep.
game. Y'all played a great game, but you was playing the king. He's the king for 2 years straight now. He has three under his belt. Like I said, you got to do more than that. Like I said, man, you know, like how they said, well, I forgot what basketball players it was talking about it. That's what they're like. You know, this ain't the game. Like you had to go out there and beat Pat by 2 touchdowns tonight. You had to go out there
Yeah.
and beat Pat by 21 tonight. Like I said, you couldn't leave it at a 1-score game, or you knew Pat Mahomes was coming off the field with that victory.
Yeah, and that's exactly what happened. So enough of the Bill side. As for the Chiefs, this is three Super Bowl appearances in a row, or is it? Yeah, it's three Super Bowl appearances in a
Straight.
row now.
Yep.
After they lost to the Bengals, they went to three straight. Let's talk about that. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean they could be what the first to three-peat since the Patriots, right?
No, I think the Patriots only went back to back.
Patriots, so they could be what the first
The
to do it
first to
ever.
three peat.
Wow. So yeah, they could be the first to three-peat. As much as it sickens me to say it, I know we'll get into it. I don't think they'll do it. Like I said,
Oh
I know the team
no.
they're playing, they've already beaten in the Super Bowl, and Andy Reid and Pat and that entire team that they're very tough to beat, especially when they got preparation time and they fix to have preparation time to get ready for the Eagles coming up. So I mean, it's something. I mean, it's something you want to see because it's history. So it'd be nice something to see. I truly believe Kelsey, if he wins another one, I think he's done. I think he's
Yeah.
ready to go home. I think he gets to see how much fun Jason's having, not being hit on Sundays, but yet still making all this money, spending all his time with his family. So I think if Kelsey gets him one more, I think he's done. So, like I said, I think it would definitely cement Pat as a walking Hall of Famer, which I mean, let's be honest, he already is.
He
It's
already
going to
is.
cement Andy Reid. It's going to cement Travis. Like I said, they'll definitely be a dynasty legacy team. I mean, I honestly, even with they loss, they're still one of the greatest organizations and teams. I mean, like you said, this is what 5 Super Bowls
In like
in 10 years,
six, something like
6
that.
years. Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Something
we
like
can
that.
break, we can go even closer than 10. So I mean, but yeah, if they can go ahead and three-peat and be the first in history, I mean, yeah, that's something everybody talk about.
So, what would this do for Mahomes' legacy as far as catching Brady, in your opinion?
Nothing, because you still got to go catch him. I mean, it
Okay.
puts you up there. It puts you up there. But like I said, I'm one of those guys that like, and trust me, I've admitted it. But again, I'm older than you, so you're probably a Kobe or a LeBron is your goat kind of guy. I don't
LeBron.
know. Yeah, see, I'm
He
I'm,
wasn't
I'm
always
Jordan.
though. It was
See,
Kareem.
I'm Jordan.
But
Okay,
go
and I
ahead.
get you that. But LeBron, it's getting real hard to
Mm,
argue with people that Jordan is
yeah.
still above Braun, especially what Braun's doing.
Yep.
But that's the same thing. I mean, you got to go get him. I mean, Brady got 7 rings. I mean, with two different organizations. I mean, 2 rings. Then he got them with two different organizations. So I mean, it put you up there. It put you up there as the second. But yeah, Tom is still the goat. You hadn't called him yet.
Even I mean, okay. Yes,
No, I mean
he
it's
wouldn't
less MVP
necessarily
because
catch him.
I mean because my thing. I mean, you go. I know you go by Super Bowls again, and then Pat has what 3 MVPs as well, right? So do you already put him over Manning, who has what
Yeah,
six?
well, that's not even a question.
So that's what I'm saying. So you're basically just going by rings.
Sure. No, not
Okay,
not not not
but you
necessarily.
are. But
Not
you are
not
because Peyton has
necessarily
six.
because I'm
Peyton is one of Peyton. So where's Peyton Manning rank as far as on your GOAT tier of quarterbacks?
oh,
Because again, that's a 6-time, MVP. That's a 2-time Super Bowl champion. Another guy that did it with two different organizations. I
yeah, but
mean
hold on
that.
now.
So again, but I'm just saying. So you, with your conversation, you was purely basing it off of
It
rings.
wasn't just, it ain't just rings though. I'm basing it off of eye test. I think he's a better I think actually he's the best quarterback of all time if you ask me. As far as a pure
Pat,
quarterback. Who?
you talking about Pat?
Yeah, yeah. Pat.
Yeah. I
Um
mean, but people are gonna
a
say that when you
three-peat
see
has
it
never
because
done it. What would that be? Four Super Bowl. Well, we don't know what's going to happen in the Super Bowl, but if he does, it'll be possibly four
before.
MVPs. You feel me? Like
Mm-hmm.
that, dude. A three-peat. That's tough to argue against, bro.
No, I mean it is, but again, how you gonna argue against 7?
That's true. Yeah, you can't.
So,
It's hard to
so
do that. It's hard to do that. And
that's
he
all
beat
I'm
him
saying.
twice.
And he beat him twice, exactly.
Okay, yeah,
So
that's a good point.
there you go. So
Okay, so that's fair enough. I agree with you on that.
I still
Maybe
need you
I'm
to
just a little
answer where.
recent bias.
Yeah, you are, and I still need you to answer where Peyton Manning sits on your list of
Okay,
quarterbacks.
so in my opinion, I'm going Mahomes.
Okay.
Then I'm going Brady. Then I'm going Montana. He might be 4 or 5.
Okay, I take that. If you win anything less than 5, then I was just gonna have to close the
Hold
laptop
on, he might
immediately.
be he might be past 5 though.
There's no fucking way.
Hold on, he might be past 5, bro.
Bro, there's no way. Peyton was like a real deal. Like
Playoff
Peyton changed the
choker.
game.
No,
Peyton
he
also
didn't.
changed the game.
No, he
Yes, he
didn't.
did with his calls at the
No,
line,
he didn't.
his dummy calls, his signal. Yes, he did, bro.
How did he change the game?
I
Let's
just
talk
told
about
you.
it. Let's talk
I just
about it.
told you. I just
Let's
told
talk
you.
about it.
With the dummy calls, the
With
way
the
he
dummy
read the
calls,
line,
really?
the way he read the line, the plays from the call, bro. People were scared of Peyton. You know that, but again, you might not because you're too
I
damn
do.
young.
No, I'm not too young. I watched him prime Peyton Manning, and I was old enough to understand it. I just okay. He might be 4 or 5, bro. He might be 4 or 5. He ain't better than I don't know, bro. He like he was just
Who are you
he
gonna
was just
throw
a
above him?
playoff choker if you ask me.
I mean, I get that. I get that, but
And
he
I'm
still
not basing
finished
it
with
off his
two
entire
rings.
career though.
He still finished with 2 rings. He still
Yeah.
finished with 6 MVPs. But again, who's the fourth and the fifth? If you're
See,
gonna put him at six,
see. No, I ain't gonna put him at 6. That's disrespectful. I ain't gonna put him at 6. But
who's four if he's five?
Aaron Rodgers is giving him an argument. But that's two people.
What?
That's two people that probably should have won more than they did. He probably top 4, bro.
He's definitely top four. Because like you said, Aaron definitely got one more MVP than he should. And again, you want to talk about people choking. Aaron's had his fair share of chokes.
Yeah, no, they both have though.
Okay, I know that's my point. I didn't say no when you brought up Peyton, but for you to throw somebody who's put just as many glizzies down his throat in front of him
Yeah.
and act like we're not gonna bring that up. I mean, come on now.
All right, bet. So I'll go Mahomes, Brady, Joe Montana. That's top 3. I could go Peyton Manning number 4. Now
I guess.
we got a little sidetrack.
Yeah.
So let's move on to the NFC, bro. You made some interesting comments, but I kind of want to wait for that. Let's just get your overview of the game. Going into it and what happened, did you expect exactly what happened to happen? Did certain change? What are your thoughts?
No, I didn't expect exactly what happened to happen. I believe, till I told y'all on the last show, I believe that Washington had a true chance coming into this game. And I think Jaden Daniels and his crew did well enough to keep them in there. Now, if you'd have told me that they would have went and had 3 turnovers,
Oh, okay, I was about to say
yeah, but I mean, only one of those was offensive, right? The other two were special teams.
2 offensive, one special teams. The receiver got stripped on the sideline, and Eckler got stripped when he got up.
I know Eckler got stripped when he got up. I don't remember the receiver. I thought 2 of them were on special teams. So
Mm-mm.
I give him that. Yeah, you can't do that. We just talked about that with Lamar, and then you can't drop the ball. You can't be doing stuff like that.
Let
But
alone 3 times.
let alone 3 times. But I mean, at the same time, we all discussed it. They weren't gonna be able to stop Saquon. And I mean, he's right now. He's on a. I mean, you heard him. He said he feels like he's in a dream right now that he don't want to wake up from. The dude, like if we were playing Madden, his X factor has been turned on since the game started. Like I mean, bro, you saw it. The man did hit stick, circle, triangle. I mean, he pumped on with the spin move,
Bro.
got it by there. I was like, this dude is a freak, bro. And then again, he should have had. I mean, he finished with 3 tonight. He should have had 5. I mean,
Yeah,
let's be real. Two
let's
two
be
of
real.
Jaden's touchdowns should have been his. So I mean, that's where I go with the comments I made about the Super Bowl game. But
Yeah.
yeah, like I said, the outcome, yes, I did believe the Eagles would beat them. As much as that sickens me to say, did I think that they would just put the ass whooping on them like they did? No, I didn't think it was gonna be that.
Yeah, not belt to ass, but Tad, first play though,
As soon as he
the
touched it,
first Tad, they took 18 plays, went for it, got it, went for it, got it, went for it, got it, went for it, got it. Get to the goal line, and then all of a sudden they stop. They take 3. They took 18 plays in
you
like
feeling good,
7 minutes, yeah, because you're picking everything up, you're doing good, and then
controlling
the
the clock.
first play, you give up a 68-yard touchdown,
Beep beep beep, gone.
seven
Can't
to
do
three,
nothing
just
with it.
like that.
And then, like you said, then to make it feel even worse, the first turnover was the very next play on the kickoff. Dude
Yep.
turns it over on the kickoff. Boom, they go right back down there and they score again. From that point on, it was like, yeah, this is gonna get ugly.
But it's Jaden Daniels. He ain't going out without a fight. That's
No, he's
one thing
not.
about him.
He
He
is
did
Terry
not
McLaurin.
fail his team. His veterans failed him.
Yeah,
Usually it's like,
that's where you go
oh, he's
with
a
it.
young quarterback. You know what I'm saying? He's a young quarterback. The lights were too no, they weren't too bright. It
Nah,
was too
they
bright for
weren't.
his teammates.
He was doing his thing. Like I said, Eckler usually don't put the ball on the ground like that. Like I said, I can't speak too much on the receiver dropping the ball because I guess I was cooking or something. I don't
Yeah.
remember. Well, I thought it was a special teams play, but like I said, it was a good play. I said, yeah, the defense more than anything. You're going to talk about the vets, let him down. Like I said, the special teams unit let him down, but Yeah, man. I mean, like you said, we knew what it was going to be. This rushing attack is tough. I mean, this rushing attack is tough, and then it opens up everything else. I mean, you saw they had to start creeping down the box. That let AJ Brown get his touchdown on his sprint out. Everything else, you saw the play action start coming in. Dallas Goddard was able to start getting involved off of that. So I mean, it just they were able to open up their offense. Jalen was able to get outside for his his little touchdown run
Mm-hmm.
because everybody and their mama know is going back to Saquon. So they're gonna be tough. They're
So
scary, bro.
here's an interesting thing that I noticed, not just throughout this game, Tad, throughout the course of the second half of the season, the little bit that he played. The Commanders at the deadline made a trade for Marshawn Lattimore. They gave
Mm-hmm.
up a 3, a 4, and a 6 for Marshawn Lattimore and a 5. And he hasn't looked good at all. Do you think he's washed? Because from Saints fans, they were telling me he hasn't been the same player for a little time now. And that's why they
Mm-hmm.
got rid of him? Or do you think he's playing through an injury? He doesn't look the same at all.
I mean, I don't want to say the injury thing because you always gonna hear that. I mean, you see that at the end of every season. You get guys
Yeah.
that you had no idea. I mean, like I said, if they won the Super Bowl, you had never heard anything about this. But
Yeah.
the moment they come out of the playoffs, it's I was playing with a broken back. I was playing
Yep.
with my knee was dislocated the whole time. It's like wow, I didn't realize you could move that well with your knee socket out of place. But I don't know. But I mean, like you said, he hadn't been that guy that
The whole
lockdown corner
season.
now for a while. Like I said, I mean, some of the bigger and better receivers have always gotten the better of him though. I mean, like I
Yeah.
said, we saw it with Mike Evans for multiple years over there with them being NFC rivals. And I mean, same thing. AJ Brown ain't no little receiver. I mean, AJ Brown's a big man that gets physical with you, and Marshawn Lattimore seems to be one of those guys that you can easily get into his head. So
Yeah.
you
Seems
start getting
seems to
yeah,
be.
so you start getting physical with him, you start getting him talking. I mean, you get him off his game. So I mean, it may be more of a mental thing than it is a physical thing with him right now.
You think so? It's a mental
It
game.
could
So
be,
he
yeah.
lost the mental battle because if you look, he's shoving, he's getting unsportsmanlike conducts after the play, he's
And
pushing
what
AJ
is a
Brown's
whistle?
helmet off. You see what
Yeah,
I'm
that's
saying?
stuff.
So
That's stuff
yeah.
vets don't do. That stuff vets don't do. I mean, that stuff even really rookies don't do no more. I mean, that stuff you don't see. That stuff's kind of been out of the NFL. And I mean, like you said, the ones that you see doing that, they're kind of towards the back end, or they're the ones that we don't see them next year. We're not talking about them much longer because they start getting pushed out.
So where do you think the Commanders go from here?
I mean, I would hate to say up, considering that they're in our division, but I mean, I don't see how they can't. Like I said, I mean, they were able to retain their coaching staff for the most part.
Yep.
They got their quarterback on a rookie deal, so I mean, I think they have probably the. I think last time I saw, I think they have the most money right to spend
Something like that,
going in next
like
year.
top three.
Yeah, going into next year, they're like top three money, if not the most money to spend
Yep.
next year. You know, you have a quarterback. You still got McLaurin over there. I mean, like I said, we've seen the running back rooms with Saquon and Derek, what they were able to do for the Ravens and the Eagles this year. So maybe they go try to add there. We know Dan Quinn's a defensive minded coach, so we know he's going to add pieces to his defense on that end. He always a revolving door over there. So I mean, shit, they're gonna be good. Like I said, and I mean, their window right now, it's what you got 4 years, 2 more years, or something like that. Especially Jaden stays on his track until you absolutely have to pay him. So I mean, that's when people say the real issue or whatever comes in. I mean, at least that's what the Cowboys say the issue comes in when you got paid quarterbacks. Everybody else seems to be able to do it without clause or issue. So who knows? But yeah, like I said, man, they got their money, they got their coach, they got their quarterback. So I mean, shit, we should be talking about them for a while now.
So in my opinion, based off of what I've seen from them, I think they might need another cornerback one on top
Yeah,
of they might need another DB and make him the two DB if he's going to be playing like that. I feel they need a premier edge rusher also. You're right about the running back part. Basically, Saquon and Derrick Henry revived that little theory of running back by committee. You could just get a fifth round running back and just come. You know what I'm saying? Like just it
yeah, no,
doesn't matter. Don't really put value into that position as much. And then I would say they need a
exactly.
wide
Yeah,
receiver too.
you said they need a wide receiver. Yeah, I mean they do, but again, like I said, it was their first year. We saw what everything they put
Absolutely.
together. I mean, for you to be able to do all that in your first
I'm
year, I
telling
mean
you,
that's
and
tough.
need
But
that
again,
much.
and exactly, and to need that much, and then to know what you can put around him as you come back. Now the thing is what does Jaden do next year? I mean, like I said, this is the NFL. Yeah, you had an amazing rookie year. You look like you're going to be a star for years to come. But I mean, we all know that sophomore year that can change. Teams have tape on you now. People know tendencies. They're going to start reading stuff like that. Coaches are going to start filling you out. So, you might lose Cliff Kingsbury in a year or two. You might not
Yeah.
be under the same OC. You might have to learn a different offense. So, things like that change. So I think they better take advantage of it now. Like I said, under the new leadership, the new ownership that they have over there, it seems like they have everything on track. Like I said, I think they're even. I think last I heard or read, I think they're even talks of getting the old name back. I think they're trying to get the Redskins back, and I think it's being like pushed and petitioned by people over there in Washington, like the actual natives, which would be really cool if that's the truth. So, like I said, man, I think they're looking up. Like I said, the draft is coming up. They obviously killed themselves in the draft because they're gonna be drafting really high. So they got
Yeah.
they can obviously find if like you said, if they're looking for offensive weapon, that receiver is gonna be there. There's going to be
Absolutely.
receivers in the first round, especially where they're picking that they can find somebody to add to McLaurin. They can maybe find their running back high like that. Like I said, a lot of
Hmm.
people seem to disagree with me, but I think Scatterbo is a first round back. Like I
I agree
said,
with
he
that
might,
too.
so like I said, everybody wants to talk about his speed or whatever thing like that, but no, his game translates to the NFL. And you saw it against an SEC school like against Texas. Like he is a downhill runner. He takes the contact and he goes forward. So
Yeah, he do,
if they
bro.
got a guy like that sitting up there where they're picking, they can add him to their backfield. So they'll find their pieces. Like I said, they got the money. We'll have to see where the free agents start to fall because again, they have money to pay people. People are going to be intrigued to come over there. Dan Quinn has always been seen as a player's coach. So
Hmm.
again, players are going to want to go play for him, and Jaden Daniels is going to attract the young cat talent or even the older talent that wants to go with him over there. So I mean, he's in an NFC Championship game his first year. Guys are going to want to play with him. Guys are going to go over there. So we'll see. They should be tough.
Two things about what you said, right?
Hmm.
Scatterbo.
Yeah.
That seems
Oh.
like a just out of this for everybody that hears I say that. Apparently, you say
Hmm.
that. Everybody who I have said that to, he's a first round back. I give him a first round grade. It's like I just said the most outrageous thing in the world. Can
No.
you please
And
explain to these people why?
and again, it's not that if you're going to take a back in the first round,
Yes,
he is a first round back. Let's put it that way.
absolutely.
Okay, so I'm not saying that he's somebody that absolutely needs to go in the first
Yeah,
round or
of
that is
course.
going to go in the first round. But yes, if you're going to take a back in the first round, he is definitely one of those guys. It's him and obviously Ashton Genty, and I'm the same way. That's where I'm at. If you can put Ashton Genty in the first round, there's nothing side by side comparison that's telling me you can't put Post Scatterbo in the first round.
I'm telling you,
And
bro.
that's where I'm sitting at. The kid is a dog. Like he
Yeah,
is
he is.
real deal ready for the NFL.
Hell yeah. And another thing you mentioned about Dan Quinn being a player's coach.
Yeah.
Rumor has it, not even rumor. Micah straight up said he wants to play where he plays.
I was hoping TP was on tonight because apparently Micah. Oh, he texting now. Look, Z boy, God will let you know some shit, won't
Yep. Yep.
he? God will let you know some
Yep.
shit. He just texts us as we talking about it. Because
Yep.
I wanted to ask him. I see the little thing that apparently Micah just posted on Twitter. That again, Twitter's gonna take that, or X. I'm sorry, X is gonna take that, and say it's all kinds of cryptic messages and everything, or what shall be. But I didn't know what it meant. Did you see it? Can you tell me what it meant?
Honestly, I don't think I don't think it meant anything. But
I mean, neither do
yeah, I
I.
don't think that meant anything.
But like you said, the man's
But
coming up for a deal. The man's coming up for a deal.
yeah,
Dan Quinn has all this money. Dan Quinn obviously knows who Mike is. Mike obviously knows who Dan Quinn is. I truly believe Michael wants to be a Cowboy. Obviously, as much
mhm.
shit as we talk about the Cowboys, I don't think that's somebody that they'll ever let out of their building. But for 1 second, if they were able to pull some dummy shit where they did,
I feel
yeah,
like
man, I
that's
mean,
exactly where he would go. He
you're
said it.
fucking right.
He
You're
said
fucking
he
right.
wants to play where he coaches. You feel me? They got some
So,
nice pieces over there. They got Payne, they got Allen, they got Louvu, Chin,
and you can pay him, and you can pay him whatever the
and
hell
you
he
can
asks
pay
for.
him. So as soon as he brings his ass on here, we're gonna see if he brings his ass on here. We're gonna talk to him about that. But while we're waiting, you said something interesting about the Super Bowl. You
Yeah, what
don't
was
think
that?
the Chiefs three-peat
I don't because again,
because
I don't think you can stop that run game. Again, I know for whatever reason you're all big on Chris and the Chiefs, which again, let me make something clear. Chris Jones is my boy. Like that's my dude. Like him and Dak, college teammates. Like I love him. Like would love nothing more for him to be a three-time,
absolutely.
three-peat Super Bowl champion. He's already a three-peat champion, but a three-peat champion. That would say, but like I said, man, that run game. I think they showed the stat tonight on TV. The run game since like week 12 or week 13
Yeah.
has been like what 24, 25 in the league. So you're gonna put the 25, 24 best run defense in the league against the number one Russian offense in the league against a man who's averaging, I think Saquon after tonight, what he's around like 165 a game. He's averaging
Just
something
round
like
it up
this
to
last
200,
7
bro. Fuck it. 5 or above, give it a shove. He's averaging 200 fucking yards a game.
averaging two. I mean, he only went for 118 tonight. You know, kind of felt my prize pick up a little bit, so
You
I
feel
can't
me?
give him that. You know, kind of felt
Oh
my prize
man.
pick up a little bit, so that's something else we own. But yeah, man, averaging. I'll say we'll give him the 150, averaging 150 a game right now. So like I said that, and then again, Jaden's knee tonight. I mean, like I said, the little run he had down the sideline, his knee didn't look to be anywhere as bad as the media or whatever tried to make it out to be, which he said he was fine. So again, man, if they're able to do that, it's going to be tough because, again, the same thing on the other side of the ball. The Eagles aren't about to just let the Chiefs go up and down this field like the Bills did. You believe so? Oh, okay. Because timeout. Okay, I've been put on timeout. Go ahead and tell me
Tad,
where I'm wrong, sir.
I'm gonna tell you, you're now in hindsight, what you're saying makes sense, right?
Yeah, go
But
ahead.
if history shows, if no, 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 if history repeats itself and is deemed true, one thing about the Eagles in Super Bowls, their defense does not show up. Mahomes carved them up in the second half, went up and down the field in the first quarter of the last Super Bowl, and Brady threw for 500 something yards and 3 touchdowns, and they were doing whatever the hell they wanted to until they didn't. So that's my only pushback. Based off of this season, yeah. But we've seen the Eagles have really good defenses, and then they get to the Super Bowl, and it seems like that 2 week break, the offensive coordinator just out schemed, out game plan the hell of them, hell out of them.
Yeah, but I told you before, man. I don't like to go off of what they
I'm just
used to do. Because
saying.
if that, I'm saying you that if that's your logic, I'll never see the Cowboys win a Super Bowl. If that's your logic on it, I will never see them win a Super Bowl. They'll go 16 and 1,
Yeah.
62, 17 and 1. But hell, at times you know they're gonna have a great regular season, but the history shows
Um,
that they're
um,
not gonna have one.
is
So
that not true though?
I mean, but it is. But at the
Has
same point in
history
time, that's some
repeated
shit I'm not
itself?
living on.
You
That's some shit
feel
I'm
me?
not living on. So they got these young ass rookies out here. See, that's the thing, bro. They got rookies. They too dumb to know better. You
Okay.
know, the last couple years they had all them veterans and shit out there. They overthinking. You know, this is the Super Bowl. We could do all this thing. You could put your head like that. I think it was what's his name? He got cooked because I remember him and Darius Slade that year were supposed to be like they were like the two top corners going
Oh,
in.
Bradbury,
All like Bradbury, and then he got cooked like a Bradbury pie. Like
you
I said,
did.
so I mean, but again, the man was a veteran. So now, like I said, you got these young DBs out there. You got Jalen Carter's young ass out there. These kids are too young and dumb to know any better. All they know is to play football, and they're gonna do what their coaches tell them to do. They're gonna play their assignments. And the one thing that
Okay.
shocks me though is that earlier I was telling myself, you know, especially I was saying the same thing, kind of mapping it to myself, like, you know, and the Chiefs ain't got no weapons. And then I'm watching this game tonight. I gotta stop saying that shit
Yeah, I'm about to say,
because,
yeah, bro.
dude, you look across. I got to looking across that field. I'm like DeAndre Hopkins, Hollywood, Juju Smith-Schuster, Travis Kelsey, Xavier Worthy. Like
Worthy.
shit.
Kareem
You
Hunt
got
and
some, yeah,
Pacheco.
Kareem Hunt, Pacheco. Like you got some weapons. And no disrespect to the other little tight ends because they be doing their thing. I can't remember their names, but they be
Hmm.
balling. I'm like, okay, hold up, you got some fucking weapons out here, kid. But yeah, bro, I'm telling you, the Eagles are they're gonna make their stops. They're going to get their turnovers. They take away the ball. We saw it today. They're gonna They're gonna do what Pat rarely does, which is causing him to make that one fuck up. And I think if that's what happens, I would see. I don't know because see, past that one guy that the clock don't matter.
Exactly.
See,
Tad
like
again.
I said, I want to say like the Eagles can control and run that clock and get it.
They did it already.
With running that clock, you can't put enough points up to just push
Separate
Pat
yourself
out the fucking door. You feel me? Yeah, like I said, you can only do so much just running the ball. But I think they got too much for him. I think it's going to be tough. I think the Eagles pull it off 27-17, 27-20, one of them victories, which I just said you don't beat Pat in one-score games, but
you don't.
Man, it's New Orleans. It's that voodoo. If there's any place that can take that luck ass shit off of Pat, it's New Orleans.
It's New Orleans.
Voodoo, they can get him.
For reasons we all know. But Tad, I don't know. Again, I'm a history repeats itself type of dude, bro. If history holds true, which it usually does, they played now again. They didn't have Saquon Barkley. They had a great O-line. They didn't have him though. But
did not have him.
They played people away. They were up 17-7. And then snap of a finger, Mahomes is up by 3.
Yeah,
and it's like, how the fuck?
Was AJ Brown there?
AJ Brown was there. He scored, I think, one touchdown.
Oh yeah, he did score in the Super Bowl. He did.
He caught a long bomb. The whole basically their whole offense was there, but Saquon. But that's the thing. He's the X factor though, and that's the problem.
Yeah, and he's I think right now he's canceling Pat out this year. I really do, because Pat, for all of Pat's greatness, Pat has been, mortal this year. Pat's been very, I mean, again, he's playing great football, and tonight he looked more like old Pat than he has all season to me, but he hadn't just been, like I said, he's looked vulnerable. There's been times where you go out there and you're like, okay, they can be beaten tonight. Tonight was one of those nights. Tonight they could have been beaten. And like I said,
they could have.
The way these Eagles are playing football, like I said, the zone, and again, it ain't the way that Saquon's playing. It's the way that they're playing because of how he's playing. Like I said, man, he has. If Pat, like I said, I told y'all making that joke that Pat must have been talking to the Antichrist. Then Saquon has been saying nothing but great things to Jesus statues since he got to Philly. Oh my God! Because that's all it is. Because man, that dude got the light on him right now, bro. Like I said, he can't touch the ball without great things happening, and that's where it's going to be tough for him. And to see how much stronger he's gotten with each game. You telling me when this dude gets to the Super Bowl with that O-line, with the adrenaline he's been playing with the mission he's on, that he's going to let the Chiefs beat him? Man, that's what I'm saying. Saquon is not going to let the Chiefs beat the Eagles that Sunday. He's not going to allow it to happen.
Oh, there he is. Okay, before we get into his brother, let me ask you about your brother, Tad.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
So now this does correlate a little bit.
Okay. Tad Prescott.
Yep.
What does Jaden Daniels and Jalen Hurts, Jaden Daniels making it to the NFC Championship game his rookie year, and Jalen Hurts making it to 2 Super Bowls in, I want to say, 3 years. What does that mean in comparison to your brother? How does that happen? How does that happen? I can understand the Jalen Hurts part because of the weapons. Okay, the talent, the abundance of talent. But how does Dak Prescott have Ezekiel Elliott? A good at the time, a good O-line. Schultz.
Great O-line.
CeeDee Lamb, Cooper, Gallup, Cedric Wilson, whatever. The playmakers on defense. Hold on,
I got him, TP.
Hold on. Wait. Let me finish. Let me finish real quick. How does somebody that's lacking talent to the way that me and you broke it down earlier make it that far in comparison to him?
Did we say that his team was just ass?
Tad, come on, Tad.
No, I know what you're saying. But
I'm about to say, you know what I'm saying.
And then here we go. I'm gonna use your bullshit against you, and you're gonna get me in trouble. But I'm gonna use your shit.
I just want to say one thing.
Go ahead, TP, before I piss him off.
Who did he beat?
Who did he beat?
Yeah.
He played the Lions, right?
Yeah, Lions. Mm-hmm. That Lions is tough.
And who else did he play the round one? Who did he play round one?
Uh,
Damn. Oh, the
Tampa Bay,
Bucks.
right?
The
Tampa
Bucks.
Bay.
Bucks.
Yeah,
He beat the
Tampa Bay.
Bucks on the road,
Bucks.
and then he beat the
Bucks.
Lions on the road.
Yeah, he went on the road. Yeah,
Yeah.
2 on the road victory. That's
Listen.
tough. That's
Hold
tough.
on.
But
Hold
to
on,
answer
hold
your
on,
question,
hold on.
Yeah,
Candace, to go back with Dak, and he say how, because I've told you before, it's a team game, and as you said, as history has shown, and you're gonna get me in trouble here, our defenses has not played well in the past in the majority of those playoff games. Now, again, you can take a few of those and put them on the shoulders of him, which he'll do as well. But again, the LA game, Green Bay game, what was the game after Tampa Bay?
The Niners.
Niners game.
That was only.
Not
hold on
that one,
now.
that was the other one.
I'm
No,
not
that
playing-
game, the different
I ain't
Niners,
gonna lie
two
to
Niners
you.
game.
I'm
No, the
not
home
putting none of
Niners
them
game.
losses. I'm
Yeah, the
not
home
putting none of
Niners
them
game, the one that was
losses.
talking about was said earlier. Yeah, not on the road. Like
Yeah.
I said, man, we had some defense foes. Like I said, it's tough to go out there, go and look how many points was put up on us in those games. Like I
I'm
said,
not
it's
putting
tough.
none of them on that, bro. You
Tad.
can't put none,
Thank you,
when you
TP.
look at the whole, bro. When you look at
Tad.
the whole picture, bro.
And I'm not trying to blame him for nothing
When you
either,
look
but I'm
at-
gonna let you
I
go,
know
and I'm
you're
gonna go.
not.
When you
Go
look
ahead,
at
go
the
ahead,
whole,
TP.
when you look at the whole picture, bro, you can't put that shit on that, bro. Like,
Oh,
when
I'm
you
not.
go-
I'm not saying
when you
that.
go- No, I'm saying like when like I
He's
that's
not
what I'm saying.
putting
Like I
that.
hate
He's
when
trying to
like
get me hot with his Jalen and Jaden shit.
yeah,
That's
like,
all I'm
I
trying
hate
to
when
figure
people-
out. I'm just trying to figure out how does
I
this
hate how
happen.
people- I hate how people say like they're gonna like it's gonna be the narrative of JD made it to the NFC Championship.
He did.
That's bro. That shouldn't even be a narrative. Is what I'm saying to you. Like wins shouldn't
What?
even be, wins especially in the playoffs, bro. Shouldn't even go to the quarterbacks, bro. Because a lot of the times it's not the quarterback winning the games. It's not the quarterback doing what it takes to get it done. Like the defense showing up, the receivers showing up, the run game showing up. That's all complimentary to the quarterback.
I mean,
That
it's a
being
full
si-
team
that
game.
being
The only time you
situations
look at
where-
the quarterback is when you can truly look at the quarterback and go, bro, you fucked it up, or you blew the
Yeah,
game,
bro.
or you had a bad
Dak
game. Like
has
I said,
never-
there's-
Dak has never had a game where you can sit there and say he fucked it up. In the playoffs, no.
Okay, now see,
Which
this
is-
ain't where I wanted to go.
game.
our
this ain't
Packers
where I
game, we
wanted
didn't
to
get out
go.
Too good of a start.
But because I did not want to go here, but you said it. So now that opened up something to talk about.
Yeah.
The second Niners game in Santa Clara, the
Yup.
Cowboys gave
You wanna
up
talk about
a 2-yard touchdown. The rest were field goals. What you gonna try to pull out your ass? Oh, Pollard got hurt. That's why we lost. Hell
Yup,
no.
It was way more-
And
it
I
was way
love
more-
Dak
first of
more
all-
than
first of all,
Tad love him.
What was
But
the
this is
run
what
game?
I'm saying.
What was the run game?
We didn't have a
What
run
was
game the
the
whole.
run game?
Well, we had wait.
Yeah, we had a run game.
Not that
Tony
game.
Pollard-
He
exactly.
wasn't doing shit.
That's
he wasn't doing.
Listen, Zeke,
Uh-huh.
Tony Pollard, both
They wasn't
averaged
doing shit that game.
less than 3.5 yards to carry. What are you supposed to? Dak throwing the ball 40 times against the number one defense in the NFL
Okay.
without Amari Cooper, just CeeDee Lamb out there. CeeDee Lamb had 10 catches for 117 yards. The next person was
See.
the next person was Dalton Schultz with 5 catches for 20 yards.
Hold on. Go ahead, Tad.
The only pass I put on Dak really that game was the one where it looked like he forced it to CD down the seam when T.Y. Hilton had broke butt naked.
Oh, okay. That's what I was about to bring
You
up.
talking about the one
That's what I was just about to bring up. Yeah, see, Hilton was wide open. But anyway, I'm
I'm
not
talking
trying to
about,
blame him.
Brooklyn.
Like that's not really where I wanted to go with it.
You asked the question. It goes to coaching. It goes to team play. It goes
All
to
that.
everything.
But
bro.
Ted,
It's all that.
Ted,
When is that?
we
what you
literally
should be-
just
what
talked
you should
about
be asking is
the
when is
freaking
Dak gonna win a playoff
Redskins
game throwing for 160
being
yards?
devoid of talent offensively, and
They're not
Jaden
void of
Daniels was
talent.
still TP compared to the talent that Dak has had offensively. Are you joking?
But what about the
That's
defense?
all I'm saying. That's all I'm
What about the
saying.
defense though.
Their defense ain't all that either.
But that was good enough. And again, you gotta look at bro. When was the last time the Cowboys forced 4 turnovers in a playoff game?
Shit, they didn't.
Exactly. That's how they beat the Lions. First 4 turnovers in a playoff game. That's how they beat
Good
the
point.
Lions.
That's a
And
good
then
point.
he didn't beat no Tom Brady. He beat Baker Mayfield, bro.
Oh, what you mean by that?
Baker Mayfield's good, bro.
Oh, okay.
But he's not. Look who Dak had to beat in the playoffs. Russell Wilson Tom Brady,
Aaron Rodgers.
Jimmy Garoppolo, but that was
Yeah,
more team than anything.
exactly.
No,
But anyway,
but again, that's
It's
more
been the
team than
Niners
anything.
defense. Every time
No, I
we
know.
play
That's
the
what I'm saying,
Niners,
like,
the Niners defense.
you know what I
It ain't
mean?
never been that offense.
You know
yeah,
what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
And the Rams, man,
And
that year we lost
Rodgers,
to the
the
Rams,
Rams.
that was terrible.
You know what I'm saying? Like, those are all good teams that went to Super Bowls, all of that. Like, you know what I mean? We're not about to sit here. We're not about to sit here. We're not about to sit here and act like, oh, he's just out there losing the scrubs. No, he's playing top tier talent when he's losing.
No,
He's playing top tier talent when he's losing.
But he has top tier talent too.
Not all the
That's all I'm
time, bro.
saying.
Not the matchup with the
That's all I'm
other.
saying.
Listen,
That's
when
all
other
I'm saying.
teams are more complete than you, when you go into the team and when you're going to the team and saying, damn, all my star players have to play their best game, and even then, it still might not be enough. That's not good, bro. That's
Okay.
not good, bro.
Okay.
You know what I
Okay,
mean?
fair enough.
We
Fair
play
enough.
good. We be a good team and face other good teams with major glaring holes that
Okay.
can be exposed, and we get exposed. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You can't put that on one singular person or say
Mhm.
that team is winning because of one singular person. It's just more. It's way more that goes into the game.
Okay,
Game
so
planning,
I just wanted to
team,
ask it
complementary
because it was
football.
a question that I had seen. It was a narrative that just popped up like after that game.
When you watch the game
You know what I'm
today
saying?
and you seen the most teams that went on 10 plus play drives,
And they-
touchdown drives, and it was literally Philly and Washington at the number 1 and 2.
Yeah.
That's how you win games. Keep your defense off the field, chew clock. Offense is the best defense.
Okay. I got 2 questions for you, TP. This is one the entire world wants to know. You've been very critical of Jalen Hurts' playoff performances.
I know you
130
fixing it, bro.
yards.
I
Not
know this
critical.
wasn't my question, but I know you're not,
Not
gonna give him no
critical.
fucking
I
praise.
just want people to realize like
You ain't even
I
let me finish. Hold on. Y'all
Nah.
don't even know the question. Let me just ask the question. So, yo, tag crazy. All right, so look, you have been very critical of his playoff performances in the past. The 49ers didn't have a quarterback, and he threw for like 118 yards, maybe a touchdown. The playoff game he just had last year was not good at all. The playoff game against Brady before that was not good at all. He played the Packers, barely threw for what, 140?
yeah.
And then they played the Lions. I mean, not the Lions, the Rams.
Yeah,
and he threw for what,
56.
160
That was just playoff hot.
at that time. Now he has
outside the Super
200
Bowl.
yards and 4 touchdowns. What's your opinion of how he played today?
4. I'm sorry. How many 4 touchdowns?
I thought he played. I thought he played well. I thought he played good. I thought he did what he needed to
He
do.
had 1 touchdown, man. Don't throw
but-
them
Whoa,
rushing touchdowns.
hold on, I
Don't
thought
throw
he-
them rushing touchdowns into his passing category.
Yeah, I hate that. I hate that.
Oh, okay. I
And
see
then-
what you're
and
saying.
then- And then if we're gonna be even clearer, he had 2 touchdowns because 2 of them touchdowns tonight belong to Saquon. We're not
Okay,
giving
yeah,
them
so he had 1 pass.
statistics.
So Jalen Hurts had 20 of 28, 246, a career high in the playoffs,
Yeah.
1 touchdown,
Mhm.
3 rushing touchdowns.
One rushing touchdown.
My whole combatant to this, right? My whole
All I'm
combatant to
asking
this,
is, what is your thoughts on how he played?
I thought he played good. I mean, I thought he played good. Good, obviously good enough to win. You know what I mean? He didn't really turn the ball over, put the ball in harm's way. You know what I mean? He played.
You
well,
can't
you know
put
what I
the
mean?
ball in
But
hard play. This is the
people-
first time tonight we saw 11 people in the box. He was throwing against 11 box sets.
You know what I'm saying? I just, you know what I mean? But I see people, you know what I mean, reading way too much more than what it is. You know what I mean? People saying, oh, this is what y'all wanted to see. I'm like, bro, you should have been doing this. Like, did he not torch that same defense last year? There's a couple new pieces, but that's
I'm not even
really
trying to
the
be an
same
asshole
secondary.
either. I'm really
He
not.
torched them last year for 200 yards, like
What was his
200
furthest
yard
pass
games.
tonight?
Like, you know what I
Say it
mean?
again.
What was his furthest pass tonight? I'm not even trying to be an asshole. Or
That
nothing, like,
joint
I'm really
AJ
asking.
Brown. That
Yeah,
joint
the
AJ
250.
Brown.
Yeah, his
28.
longest pass was 31 yards.
Yeah, that joint AJ Brown.
Okay, and after that,
The,
Yeah.
After that, it goes 31 yards, then 26, and then 20.
okay, yeah, 3 nice downfield passes.
Yeah. Yeah, he was getting a lot of one-on-ones.
Okay.
Yeah, he was getting 1-on-ones and no.
I mean, but he's
one-on-ones.
going to get one-on-ones, though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how they're set up. They're going to have to.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. Saquon, make sure you're gonna have to.
Yeah, bro. That motherfucker is
You know
a
what I'm
fucking
saying?
problem. Tad was talking
You
about.
can't-
Special, man.
You can't take nothing away from the man tonight, man. 20 for 28.
That's what I'm saying. You can't say nothing about his performance. I mean, he played good. You know what I mean? But like I said, it's something that we all expected. You know, we sat here on the pod last week and talked about it. You know, I said 2 touchdowns. You know what I mean? Them turnovers killed them. The turnovers killed them. And it wasn't even. You know what I mean? And it was out of Daniel's hands at that point.
It was. I was talking to Tad. Usually you'd be like, oh, he's a rookie quarterback. The lights were too bright. No, he didn't fail Washington. Washington's the veterans failed him.
Yeah, literally.
Fumbling when you're going out of bounds. Eckler fumbling, getting up. The kickoff fumbling.
Yeah,
People dropping passes.
Eckler that much though, man. Eckler trying to make something.
He should have went. He should have stayed down, bro.
Championship game.
Should have stayed down. There wasn't nothing.
Should have stayed down.
I guess it's easy to say that when the play's over with, though.
Right? That's something you tell a motherfucker on the battlefield that just got shot. Oh, you should have stayed your ass down. Oh,
All right, so look.
trying to win.
Here's the nitty gritty, and I know, TP, you can't tell me there ain't no truth to this. I know there is a little bit. So people are going crazy about your brother posting that little picture that he posted on whatever social media site. That's not what I'm asking. I know there wasn't much into that.
I'm asking.
That's not what I'm asking. This is what I'm asking you. Washington lost. They overachieved. They got to the championship game. We were talking about how deprived they are of weapons. They don't have a superstar edge rusher. They need pieces. They have top 3 cap space. They have some draft picks. And your brother's contract is up. And your brother said he wants to play with where Dan Quinn coaches. And he said it. And he said it. How much truth is it to your brother going to Washington and reuniting with Dan Quinn?
He didn't say that.
TP, he said all that shit just to ask you, is Dan Quinn going to buy Mike out?
No.
That's all he want to know.
No. No. First of all, you know what I mean? Even if they try.
You know, I just spice it up a little bit.
Mike is going to be a Cowboy at minimum in the next 3 years.
Say it again?
Mike is going to be a Cowboy at minimum next 3 years.
Oh, you got some breaking news for us?
Yeah.
Because you said minimum next 3 years. That means the contract got to be done. So
you feel me?
I'm saying the
I'm an asshole because I'm one of the most quiet people when it comes to my
I'm
brother.
saying
But
the
shit, I don't come
Cowboys-
out and make comments like that. I don't come out and say
saying-
shit like that. So, I mean,
I'll say
You
the
got some
Cowboys
news
have
for us?
all the rights to Micah for the next 3 years.
Why doesn't
only if
Dan
he puts
Quinn?
his name on paper.
Thank
right?
you.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
but he
what I
gonna
thought.
do that. But he gonna do that. He gonna do that just like Dak is gonna do that.
Dak already did it.
Dak did it.
Exactly. He gonna
So-
do it. That's what I'm saying. He gonna do it.
Okay,
Okay,
what's
time
stopping?
is it?
Because
9:53 p.m.
because
on
just
January
like
26th.
yeah, because just like Dak, football comes first, man. That's what he cares about. The money comes
Yes,
second.
absolutely. And he said that also. And I've heard multiple people say that about your brother. What's stopping him from reuniting with Dan Quinn, signing ink with Washington?
The fact that we actually want to be in Dallas.
Okay. Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb make up for 65% of our cap space.
Right now.
You don't think he would go to Washington? Okay, you know what?
No.
Let me ask you another question and I can just drop this in. What are the chances that he reunites with Dan Quinn? How about that?
None.
None at all.
Unless Dan Quinn coming back to Dallas.
Okay.
With that bag. Oh, he's gonna say with that bag. You heard him?
You feel me?
He turned to that D real quick.
You know
All
what
right.
I'm saying? Like,
Let's see what.
no, listen, like when I tell you that Micah has no plans on leaving, there's no plan.
Yeah, but
The only
seen
way
that
Micah
before,
would
bro.
leave if Jerry didn't want him.
we've seen that before, though, TP.
What have we seen?
They got
DeMarco Murray.
$94 million for next year.
That's not right now, though, right?
Let's see.
That's restructures
the
and
second
cuts.
that's the
Listen,
second
they
most
have the
space for
ability to
20
create almost 100
2025.
million in cap space. Man.
Yeah, but TP, we don't have that right now, though, right?
No, we got like 30.
Oh, this is the Commanders I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, no, Commanders got all that cap space.
So
But
Yeah.
what does that mean?
What you mean? You know
They
what
would
it
have to-
means. You
They
playing
would have to
silly.
come to terms with the
Right,
Dallas
because
Cowboys,
again,
not Michael
I'm
Parsons.
on your side. I even said before you came on, I
You know what I'm
believe
saying?
Michael
They
when
have
he
to come
say
to
he want to
you know
stay
what I
in
mean?
Dallas.
You act like they
But
have to come to
you
terms.
said he signed the
You act like they have to come
papers.
to terms with Michael Parsons. They have to come to terms with the Dallas Cowboys.
What you mean?
Dude, when does Micah's deal
The
end? Do
only
I need to
scenario-
Google this or something?
Micah has a 5th-year contract for next year. And then
Oh,
he has a
I
franchise
thought that
tag
was-
and
yup.
then a franchise tag.
Yep.
That's
I
what I'm
forgot
saying.
all
He's
about
He's
that.
gonna be a
Okay.
Cowboy for a
He cooked me
minimum
with
of
that
3
one.
years.
3 years. That's what he meant. He
you
cooked me
killed
with that
both
one.
of us with that one.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
right about that. I forgot
Talk
about
that
that 5
shit.
year. Yeah,
Okay,
he did
talk
sign
that
that.
shit.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
That's
back
what I'm saying.
off.
He's gonna be a Cowboy for a minimum, at the bare minimum.
At the
Talk
bare
that shit.
minimum.
Yeah, by
Okay.
then they gotta pay Jay.
That's what I'm saying. The only way he's gonna go there is if they trade for him. That's what I'm saying. Like they gotta come to terms with it.
Okay,
Dallas
minimum
Cowboys.
3 years. That's facts. I totally forgot
that
about the
shit.
5 year. Okay, so
I
now
didn't forget about the 5th year, but I forgot about the double franchise tags. I
Yeah,
didn't
that's
forget
true.
about that shit.
that's true.
And
So
and that's dirty work by the NFL. They gotta change that. Like, you should really only get one.
yeah, right.
The double is crazy.
So explain to me the
Like,
franchise
I can
tag.
understand. I can understand one if you know what I mean. You want to keep a guy and you know you're going to sign him. You just got to get the deal done. Okay, I can
Yeah.
understand that. But like
What you want to know
to
about the
franchise
Yeah.
tag a guy and then to know, oh, I'm not bringing this guy back, or you know what I mean. I don't really want to pay this guy. To franchise tag him again is crazy.
So explain the franchise tag. The franchise tag is it's like the league average at that position. How's the
Top
franchise?
five.
Top five.
Top five average at that position.
And you don't have to sign it, do you?
No, you don't have to
No,
sign
you ain't
it.
gotta sign it at all.
Okay.
You could even
But
wait 6
who's not going to sign
games
that?
Okay.
and then sign it and not even lose anything.
Okay. Just wanted some clarification on that. So now that we got the little Cowboys rumors, let's go back to the game of the night. Let's ask for TP's opinion on the game of the night. Bills lose to the Chiefs again in the playoffs.
Mhm.
0 for 4 now.
As I expected.
32-29. Just give us your overall take of the game.
Great game, man.
No, we
it had
need
everything
more.
that I
We're trying to see who
expected.
you agree with.
Josh Allen, he played lights out, bro.
Yeah, he did.
Like lights out, bro. Like
Did he do enough to win the game, or
He
did
did
they,
more
did
than
they
enough
do
to win.
enough?
Did
did
he?
more than
And
Why
they
didn't they win?
hold on.
Mahomes is the greatest.
TP. Did the Bills do enough to win that game though? Did the Bills
He
as
said
a
they did
whole?
more than enough.
Oh, I thought he was
They
talking
did
about
more-
Josh
they did more
Allen.
than- Yeah, listen. The Bills,
Okay then. See,
the
I
Bills
told him
did-
that
the Bills did more than enough to win.
to win that game.
Then why are they going home?
They are going home because the Chiefs are just a great team with championship DNA. You know what I'm
They did
saying?
more.
They've been there before. They were never rattled. And you know what I mean? When the game was on the line, me personally, I'm sitting in my bed watching it like there's no way I'm taking 3 the way Josh Allen is playing. But having trust in your defense like that, and then them come like they just let you know, like, yeah, bro, you
Did
can't
Josh Allen get
knock
the
that.
4th and 1? Did
Yeah,
Josh
that was
Allen
real
get that 4th and
questionable.
1?
That was
Did he get it, yes or
questionable. That was
no?
questionable.
Did he get it? Yes or no?
Did he get it?
I don't know, bro. Like,
No, you
depend on the
know.
angle. Depend on the
Listen.
angle. Listen,
We
if
need
you
you to separate
if you
this. There's 3 of us
listen,
for a reason.
if you
Somebody got to
if he
break the
got
tie.
listen, if you listen, he got stood up at the line. After the
That's a
fact,
no.
yeah.
That means he did.
After
get
the
it.
fact, he did get it. But he got stood up at the line. I wasn't really paying
What the
attention
hell
to
is
watching
after
the
the fact?
play.
What's
So
after
like
the fact
I
you're
didn't
talking
hear
about?
when the whistle blew. So if the whistle blew when he was stood up at the line, he didn't get it. But if he got it and the whistle didn't blow, he got it. You know what I'm
I
saying?
just
But
threw my- I
and
just
when
threw
he
my
was
damn-
stood up, he didn't get it. After the
He
fact,
did.
though, he got it. When he
Hey, I
fell
got something
forward,
to
he
ask you
got
about
it.
this, though.
But you know, they usually blow that whistle. When he stood up, they start blowing that whistle.
I got
He's the
something to ask
quarterback.
y'all because I just to get completely sidetracked or whatever. But thank you for agreeing with me, TP. Capers don't interrupt. He agreed with me. He didn't get the first down. But anyway, and
I'm
either
just saying,
y'all,
look, that's
ever heard
just
some
knowing
shit?
football, bro. That's just knowing football, bro. Listen,
Wow.
either y'all,
the
ever
only
heard some
listen,
shit?
I ain't gonna
Hold
lie,
on,
bro.
TP, hold
The
on, hold on,
only
I gotta ask you this.
the only team they don't call the quick whistle for when they stood up is Jalen Hurts.
Hold on, look, that's a lie. They don't call it for anybody but the Chiefs. But anyway,
They do be calling it quick whistles sometimes, though.
Have
They do
either
be
y'all
calling that.
ever heard that bullshit that we heard tonight? That the refs will automatically award a score for another
Oh no,
penalty committed or some shit.
I never heard that until tonight.
What was that?
Yo, I
No.
never heard that until
no shit
tonight.
like that.
Who
Like,
said
just
that?
tell me you want the Chiefs and the Eagles in the fucking Super Bowl, and we can move on to next week.
Award a score is outrageous.
What if we have told the teams another penalty, and we will award the score?
When
I
the
would
fuck?
have kicked the fucking football out of the center's hand
I'm
and
telling
walked to
you.
the fucking sideline.
I'm
You know what
telling
I
you,
mean,
bro.
fuck it. I got an attitude right now. They just told me they're gonna give it to him any fucking way. I'm kicking the goddamn ball and I'm walking off. Send the special teams out here to fucking go for this 2 points or whatever you want to fucking do.
Yo,
That
that
shit
was
wrong.
outrageous.
I ain't never heard no shit like that before in my life.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie though. He ain't get that first. I mean, he got that first down.
No, he fucking didn't.
He got that first down. TP know that, and you know that
I gotta watch the play again.
definitively.
TP said some bullshit about after the fact. What the hell is after the fact?
know.
in football?
Because like I said, it all depends on when they blew the whistle. If they didn't blow the whistle till after he fell down, he got it.
It all starts at when you said it right the first time. When his forward momentum stops.
Yeah.
His ass
No, it
stood there,
doesn't.
fuck up,
Yeah,
and we
that's
saw
what
all
it should
6,
be.
8 of
That's
them.
what it should be though. Because
Done.
they when they award forward progress, they say when his forward progress stops. So when he stood up, that the whistle
was done.
done blow the whistle. You
And
know
they
what I'm
did.
saying? The fact that they allowed people to keep pushing and letting
Yeah, I
him
know.
fall forward,
Yeah.
that shouldn't even be allowed at
Yeah.
all.
That's new. That's new. But
Yeah,
that's-
that shouldn't be allowed at all.
I like
Like,
that.
I don't
I
understand
like
when
that.
that started happening and why they started allowing it. But that shouldn't
That
be
shit
allowed
was
at all.
old. That
A
was
lot
like
of
old
times
school
guys
football
be
was
stopped,
fun.
stood up, and then they allowed them to fall forward and give
Yeah,
it to
if
them.
my
I never
offensive
understood
line
that.
is stronger than yours, fuck it, keep pushing.
That's what they do,
to keep
too.
pushing.
But yeah,
No, I like
but then
that
we're not
part.
talking about football now. We're talking about rugby.
Shit, I mean, but he didn't get it. He was down on his back, turned sideways, horizontal, not vertical. No first
Ladies
down.
and gentlemen watching this,
Chief ball.
But listen,
Controversial.
that
he
play did not
clearly
determine
got
the
it
game.
without hesitation. He
That
got
play
that
did not
first down,
determine the
period. It determined the game. Yes, it did.
Let's see, it got
They had a chance to score and win the game.
I mean, yeah, but like they supposed to still be on the field after that.
I mean, you also not supposed to let Pat Mahomes look like he Lamar Jackson on you.
Oh, here you go.
But you
I
see,
mean,
have,
all right,
my
bro.
boy, man, Pat had to have what, a good 50, 60 yards
Yeah, he
rushing
probably
tonight,
did.
huh?
He probably
That
did.
boy kept hitting him with that ugly ass
Pat-
boot.
y'all be trying to act like y'all be trying to act like Pat's running with him the Super Bowl on a bum ankle.
On a bum
Back
leg,
like Pat,
fact.
what?
Pat's running and won him a Super Bowl on a bum ankle. He got
Pat
some
ain't
wheels
got
on him
no
a little
fucking
bit.
bum ankle. Pat faked the same ankle injury every week. Go
Nah,
watch the
nah,
last
nah. He
5
was
years
on-
he did in the
he was on
NFL. In week
I'm
11
on.
of every year, he up my ankle.
Yo, that's outrageous.
He hurt the same ankle every week.
Oh,
Oh,
Watch,
man.
my
I promise.
God,
I can
man.
probably pull that up right now. Y'all gonna blow y'all mind like, damn, this boy ain't bullshit.
Oh my God.
So he come
Listen,
out there
bro.
and act like he gumpy and then
I'm just saying,
his
like,
bootleg hit the
It was
bootleg.
looking spooky from my boy, but you can never bet against the GOAT, man.
No, you can never bet against the GOAT.
Defense is tough. That defense gets stops when it matters. And it's definitely gonna be an interesting game in that Super Bowl.
So, what's your maybe not? I don't know. What do you think about that game? Do you think the Chiefs can stop the Eagles' offense?
I don't think there's really any stopping it. It's about slowing it down.
Okay. Do you think they can slow it down?
Who wins the game?
Chiefs. I got the Chiefs winning the game. I got Pat Mahomes 30
What's the score?
because I feel like the Chiefs have enough on defense to be able to slow.
Here you
Sit
go.
down.
Here.
Honestly,
Honestly, that's right. You went on
the
earlier.
key-
You said
the
that
key-
same bullshit last time we was on here about they can stop the run game, can slow the run game down. James Cook,
Who
how
said
much?
that?
I know you already had the night capers. I know you got it for me. I know you
Listen,
got it.
James
Yeah.
Cook
I was
I know
just
you had
talking.
had-
almost 100.
James Cook had on the ground
They even showed
85,
you
13
85
for
and a 10.
85 and 2 touchdowns.
13.
He
You know
averaged
Saquon gonna
six-
touch it for 20 something.
Now hold on.
He averaged
hold on.
6.5
Now,
yards a carry.
Who do you want? Who you doing? Who you doing game plan for? When you playing Buffalo, who you game planning for?
Josh Allen.
Okay, you gonna let Cook carry you a little bit, but you
No.
gonna stop it when it matters.
You ain't gonna let him
Listen.
cook you at all.
You listen. listen, you gotta allow
No.
some things. You gotta
No.
allow.
They
You're
do
not
Josh
gonna
Allen. That's why
you're not gonna
they
load the
kept
box because that James Cook is cooking up a little bit. You're not gonna load the box for that. You're gonna make sure Josh Allen don't get his rocks off.
No.
Josh
That's
Allen
what you're
got his
gonna do.
fucking rocks
That's
off.
what you're preparing for.
He got
That's
it.
what you're game planning for.
He got his rocks
And-
off.
But not when it mattered.
Oh, according to you, you told me he did
You know
enough
what
to
I'm saying?
win.
Not when it
Thank
mattered.
you.
Not
Well,
when
I
it
could be a
mattered.
fucking attorney on y'all's ass. I don't want about
Not
8
when it
cases on
mattered.
y'all tonight. Oh, word.
Oh no, I ain't say that.
Oh,
Josh
Oh,
Allen-
no, I got you
I ain't
earlier.
fucking say that.
I
Listen,
put you earlier.
listen,
Yeah, but
listen.
I ain't say that
The
though.
craziest stat is the Chiefs hadn't allowed 30 points all season.
How's that a crazy stat?
As soon as they were about to allow 30 points, they clamped that shit up.
Oh my god.
Clamp
Yo,
that shit
yo,
up.
was that not
Clamp
the
that shit
perfect
up.
play call, TP?
Clamp that shit up.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness, that was
man,
nasty.
Clamp that
Back
shit
to
up.
what I said earlier, ladies and gentlemen. Therefore,
But they played good enough to win. They played well enough to win. And on another Sunday, they probably would have won. But not this one.
Not this
Patty
one.
the GOAT. I need Patty to go do it for me. I think he is going to do it for me. I just think that defense has what it takes. And honestly, if you can keep Saquon from hitting the big run, he gonna do what he do. You can't let him hit the big run. You can't. You let him hit the big run, it's curtains. Like
Curtain.
they get energized off that shit. Like when he break that bitch, it's like they know like something just turned on with the rest of the team. Like
And he's gonna have at least one of them. I told
you
you
know what I'm
about
saying?
this
Like
game.
in
I
every
didn't think it
big
would be the first fucking
win
one.
he's had a big run. In every big win, every time they're struggling, he breaks one. And then, you know what I mean? They get back in motion.
Saquon is not gonna let them lose this.
You know what I'm saying? So it's going to come down to Chanel. It's going to come down to Nick Bolton. It's going to come down to Tranquil. It's going to come down to Chris Jones.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's going like
Absolutely.
they got the front eight. They tackle well. You know what I'm saying? Their DBs come down and tackle well. They got the formula. It's going to be
We're gonna have to
if they're
see.
going to come out and play come Super Bowl. If they're going to come out and play. Because we seen something like this before. We seen the unstoppable rushing attack in Michigan. And then we seen what a motivated team in TCU was able to do. You know what I'm saying? We seen it.
I mean, yeah, that
Saquon not the
Yeah.
same beast, obviously. Saquon not the same beast. But
man just compared
the logic
He
still
did.
applies.
Philadelphia
Yep.
Eagle offensive line.
Yes,
to
he
that
did.
of TCU.
he
Huh?
did. He did.
Nah, Michigan had a dominant offensive line before this year. They had a dominant offensive line in college the last 2 years. You know what I mean? It took that motivated group. When you have a motivated group, which the Chiefs are, a motivated group,
You
man,
think the Chiefs are
you
more
do
motivated
special
right now
things.
than the. So you think the Chiefs, who are back-to-back Super Bowl champions, granted they can be three-peat. That's chasing history. Like I told you, I think Kelsey's
Yeah.
chasing his retirement plan.
And
You think that's more motivation than the playing the team who you barely beat, who just added a fucking stud to his team, who has been drugged through the mud with this
Yeah.
shit squad in New
yeah,
York for the first 6 years, who now with
you
this
know what the
squad
great
has shown,
teams
you
do?
can't stop me.
you know what the
think
great
that's
you know what the
better?
great teams do? They
Yeah,
find
they tell
motivation.
they tell the
in
refs to
anything.
call plays on their side.
Now-
That's what the greats do.
Vice
Hey,
versa.
He pulled
Vice
it.
versa. The Chiefs here heard all the talk the last 2 years. Oh, they won on a flag. Oh, Jalen Hurts played better than Pat Mahomes. They heard all that chatter too. That's
That's a good
motivation
point.
too. That's
I
motivation
hate
too.
the fucking Eagles just as much as you do, TP.
Nah.
The Chiefs are not beating these
I'm-
boys.
Listen, I'm looking at it
Every
at the
angle.
other. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because
If you was
if
looking
I'm
at
a
it from every
defensive
angle,
player,
you'd be-
I know what Jalen Hurts did to us, and I'm gonna make it my mission to make sure he don't do it again.
So what?
You know what I mean? And then the next
think
time
I
they
spread
played them,
out already.
The next time they played them, they really clamped Hurts and them boys, and it was really a drop pass that really negated everything.
So
but
if you betting with the Chiefs, how many points you giving them?
I think it's gonna be a game like tonight.
But No. I'm saying like when the lines come out, what would be the money line that would keep you from
3
betting with the
points.
Chiefs? 3. So anything over 3, you looking at the Eagles.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be a 3-point game. I think it's gonna be a
Eagles win
3-point,
this
one
game.
position game for sure.
Eagles win
It's
this
gonna
game.
be exactly what we seen tonight. I think so. It's gonna be exactly what we seen tonight.
Okay.
Saquon gonna get his rocks off, and then when it comes time for you can't run it no more, and Jalen Hurts has to pass the ball, they're gonna clamp that shit up.
Okay. Well, we'll drop it right there. We're hitting at 1 hour and 10 minutes in. We'll
That's
pause
my
it
pick.
for a
That's
hold.
my
We got more Super Bowl content coming soon, later in this week and later next week. Stay tuned. Like, comment, subscribe. We have a former Cowboy that's also a Super Bowl champion with the Chiefs coming on to talk later in the week about the Chiefs, about the Eagles Super Bowl, the experience, what it takes. So stay tuned for that. And the fucking Eagles, man. What the fuck, bro? But hey, everybody have a good night. Y'all boys be safe, man.
Hey, did the Eagles have any former Cowboys that could win a Super Bowl this Sunday?
Yeah, funny as shit. Yeah,
I'm asking y'all because if not,
Fuck that
then I'm gonna
motherfucker.
tell y'all.